Providence. Chances are you haven't thought about it, let alone considered visiting. It's a small city in the smallest state in America, tucked beneath Boston and just above New York, two cities that tend to hog all the spotlight. But despite its size, Providence packs a punch when it comes to food, music, nightlife, and creativity. All of it set against a backdrop of rich history and unmistakable New England charm. Let me make a case for why Providence, Rhode Island deserves a spot on your bucket list.
Hi from Providence. This is the capital city of Rhode Island, which is the smallest state in America. The population here is just under 200,000, and it's often overlooked as a tourist destination. But I think Providence needs to be put on the map a lot more because it's a very creative city. There's an amazing food scene and great nightlife. It's also home to prestigious universities like Brown and RISD, which is the best art school in the country. So it's a small city, but it really punches above its weight. Right now we are at Prospect Park. It's a very nice little park. You can see downtown and the State House behind me. And it's just a really nice place to come and take in views of Providence. A few fun facts about Providence and Rhode Island in general. Providence was founded by Roger Williams, this guy right behind me. He was banned from the Massachusetts Bay Colony for holding dangerous ideas around religious freedom and separation of church and state. So interestingly, Rhode Island is widely considered the first political entity in the world to guarantee full legally protected rights around religious freedom. And Providence really became a refuge for people who held similar beliefs. Secondly, before the Boston Tea Party, there was the Gaspee Affair, where colonists burned a British customs schooner. And this was really a precursor to the American Revolution. And finally, Providence is my hometown. I was born here, I grew up here until I graduated university, and this place has really shaped who I am as a person. So I'm really excited to be back and to rediscover it with new eyes and to share that experience with you and to show you what a cool place this city is. Hello from downtown Providence. Tonight we are at perhaps one of the most iconic events in the city. It is called Waterfire, and it takes place right here on the river that runs through downtown. And throughout the evening, boats go by and light these torches on fire. And it's also a big community event where you have food trucks and vendors. People from all over the city come out, and it takes place a few times a year throughout the summer and into the fall. Tonight is actually the last one of the season, and tonight's event is honoring the veterans of Rhode Island. What's it called again?
Morris dancing.
Morris dancing.
Most of the teams that are here today are doing a style called border Morris dancing, which is done on the border between England and Wales. Done by coal miners, which is why we wear dark clothes underneath.
Oh, very cool. Tonight we get to do Waterfire in a very special way. We are actually going to be on one of the boats where they set the braziers on fire. I've never done this before, so it should be really cool. So Christine,
yep.
you are the captain.
Captain of Prometheus, yes, this is the name of the boat.
And you were telling us that, the city is really beautiful now, but it wasn't always like this.
No, it was very dark, and people came into work during the day, but then left at 5 o'clock, and then there was nothing going on. And then in the late 80s, they just, 3 architects got together and figured out a way to make things better on the river by opening it up and changing its direction. In 1994, Barnaby, on New Year's Eve, did his first fire. And it started in 97 was its first full schedule, and we've done it every year since.
From what you've told me, it might be fair to say that the opening up the river and Waterfire kind of shaped the charm and character of downtown Providence.
They became the Renaissance city. It just had a rejuvenation after that.
Small but mighty.
Right. Yes, in a lot of ways.
I've been to Waterfire many times, but it's definitely a different experience from a boat. Usually I'm just a spectator out there. So I heard that they actually bring the gondolas from Venice, right? Yeah. So they're imported from Venice.
I don't think they row them across the ocean.
Yeah, they don't row them across the ocean, but they are shipped here. So fun fact about Providence. We're about to go get this torch lit on fire. All right, you got it?
Hang on to it. You're good.
All right, yay!
Thank you.
It's lit. I feel like with great power comes great responsibility with this torch. Woo! Yeah! That's exciting. That was me. Small percentage. It's really cool to see. It looks really epic. Those are the ones I lit right there with a 100% success rate. And I've been to Waterfire as a kid, but being on a boat and lighting the fires, it's like a totally different experience. It was really, really cool. Highly recommend.
Hi, buddy.
Oh. We are on Benefit Street. This is one of the most beautiful parts of Providence. A lot of the houses here were built in the 1700s and 1800s and are probably some of the first houses in this country, actually. It's a really great part of town to come take a walk and just soak in the architecture. You really feel Providence's historic charm here, and it really does have quite a storybook quality, especially in the fall with all the leaves changing. Benefit Street has some of the best examples of colonial architecture in the country. This behind me is a Georgian style house. It was built in 1707, and apparently George Washington himself has been a visitor here. You also have federal style houses and kind of grand Greek revivalist styles with the Greek columns. So this is a very good area for all of you architecture nerds to just walk around in. I had to show you this house behind me because it's been my favorite since I was a kid. I've always really admired it whenever I walked by. And I believe it is in more of a Victorian style, so it's a little bit different from the colonial and federal styles around. It just looks so elegant, and I really love, the circular design. I always kind of dreamed about living in it. Benefit Street has a bit of a reputation for being haunted. So back in colonial days, before there were official cemeteries, it was said that families would bury their dead right in their backyards. And a lot of the houses you see here were built directly over these unmarked graves. Another haunting that has been reported is that during evening hours, a man on a horse-drawn carriage will pass by under the light of the lamp posts. And behind me, this house, 135 Benefit, this is the house that inspired H.P. Lovecraft's story, The Shunned House. H.P. Lovecraft is a very famous horror writer who was born right here in Providence, and he derived a lot of inspiration right here on this street. This is the Athenaeum. I've been coming here since I was a teen, and there's just something very romantic about it. It feels like you're stepping back in time. There's something about the smell of the books and the creakiness of the wood floors. It's a really special place in Providence. This library has been here for around 200 years at this point, so there are a lot of stories behind it. But one of the most famous pieces of lore here has to do with Edgar Allan Poe, one of the most famous horror authors of all time. He used to frequent this library and apparently court a local writer, and a lot of their romance took place right here. And you can see actually right in front of me, there is a bust sculpture of him. So you have worked at the library for 12 years.
Yes, I have.
And in the 1800s, was it kind of a gathering place for, I guess, creatives and artists and writers?
It functioned as a library, but was also meant to be a gathering place for people to exchange ideas and come together to have discussions.
And Athenaeum has that meaning, right?
Yes, the root of the word is the Greek goddess Athena, who is the goddess of wisdom. And you'll see her, she's right up there over the circulation desk watching over us.
And I have to ask you about Edgar Allan Poe, because that, is one of the most famous pieces of lore about the library. So what was his tie here?
Sure, so he came to the library a few times in the year 1848. He was courting a local poet named Sarah Helen Whitman, and the two poets would come to the Athenaeum together during their romance. It must have been a smooth move between poets in love, and Whitman agreed to marry Poe, but eventually their relationship fell apart. They broke up. Poe left Providence, and then they never saw each other again.
And there's a lot of, I guess, ghost stories behind this, right? Apparently it was a very doomed separation, and there's rumors of his ghost roaming through the library.
Yes. Well, I can't say I've ever seen him, unfortunately, or fortunately, because if I saw him, I don't know if I could come back to work. I'd be a little spooked. But some people do claim that his spirit is here, as it was one of the last places that he was happy in his life.
And what's your favorite part about living in Providence?
Oh, gosh, I love Providence. I love that it's a small city that's very manageable, but still very urban feeling. It's a place where you do always feel welcome and a part of it.
We are out and about tonight experiencing Providence nightlife. The statistic is something like Providence has more nightlife venues per capita than New York City. We're currently at the Courtland Club, which is this really cool little spot. It has this very posh kind of speakeasy vibe. They serve snacks and cocktails. And it's very cool because outside it's just a quiet neighborhood and you walk in and it's like entering a whole new world. Tonight we are watching a jazz band. They're going on soon and we're gonna order a few cocktails. Okay, so Kayla, what is this cocktail?
So the Mother Teresa is the only cocktail that we've had on our menu since we opened. All of our other drinks rotate. It's made with mezcal, Campari, cassis liqueur, beet juice, raspberry, lime juice, and rose water, topped with some beautiful gold stars.
It looks very delicious.
It's my favorite.
That is a really delicious cocktail. And I have to say, I am so impressed with Providence. I left here when I was 21 or 22. So it's been really fun to come back as an adult and just see how many cool new places have sprung up, how the city is so creative, and how there's new faces everywhere. It feels like very familiar, but very new at the same time.
Thank you all so much for joining us here at Courtland Club tonight. Sunday is always our favorite day of the week here because it's the night that we get to welcome all of you to share in the Sunday jazz fun with us. You are in for a real treat tonight. We are joined by the Leland Baker Quartet.
So what's your name?
Leland Baker.
Leland Baker.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And what is it like being a musician here in Providence?
I'm from here, so when I came back, I was surprised to see how enriched the artist scene and community was, you know.
And do you feel like you're able to really thrive here as a creative?
When we first started, it was just, you know, a gig. And now we really created something where people come out every week and we pack the house and they come for the music.
Totally. We were all listening. Like,
Yeah.
everyone like on the edge of their seat. And what's your favorite part about Providence in general?
I mean, I like food. There's a lot of places to eat. They have a lot of nice bars. We're such a little city. It's really compact with a lot of nightlife, which is great. And again, a lot of art and artists.
It is getting late and we just partied, had a few drinks, and you want some food. Where do you go? You go to New York System. This is like the most iconic late night spot in Providence, and they're open till like 2 or 3 a.m. literally every single night, and they've been here for decades. So let's go. Let me show you my hometown. I've been coming here for over 20 years. You know, back in the day, we'd go to these warehouse parties in Olneyville, which is the neighborhood we're in now. And at like 2:30, 3 a.m., we'd stumble over here, have some burgers, fries, you know, just get some fattening foods to sober up for the next day. And it hit every single time. All right, beautiful. Let me show you the magic of a Rhode Island hot wiener. So it is a hot dog.
It's a hot wiener, not a hot dog.
Okay, it's a hot wiener, not a hot dog. Okay. Is this like as Rhode Island as you can get?
Pretty much. Unless you pick up the accent.
Oh, yeah. If I have a few drinks in me, it comes back, you know? Okay, then the R's like really start disappearing. All right, cheers to the hot wiener. They're so good.
I'm not even an Eagles fan.
Tastes like my teenage years. So what is a hot wiener and what makes it different from a hot dog?
Well, wieners consist of veal, pork, and beef in a natural casing. A hot dog is what's left over. Their hot dogs are closed-ended. Our weenies are open-ended. And on our weenies, we put mustard, our famous meat sauce, onion, and celery salt.
And can you tell me about the coffee milk too? Because this is also super Rhode
It's
Island.
a Rhode Island state drink. It's like coffee-flavored ice cream, just in a milk form. That's about
Okay.
it.
So it's like syrup and milk?
Yes.
All right, cheers to the coffee milk. Yeah, he pretty much nailed it. It tastes like melted coffee ice cream. Ah, this place is my favorite. I try to come back here every time I'm back in Providence. And I love that it never changes. You know, whether you were here 20 years ago or today, it's the same feeling. You know, same people working a lot of the time, and it's like a Providence staple.
In the past few years, vibrant, large-scale murals have transformed Providence. Striking designs, created by both local and international artists, have turned pockets of downtown into an open-air art museum. My friend Kamiko, better known by her artist name Fuuna, takes us on a street art tour, starting with her pieces.
This is Georgia O'Keeffe, and it's based on a portrait that was done of her when she was older in age. And she's wearing her famous brooch that was gifted to her by Alexander Calder. So this is Yayoi Kusama, and what I really like about this one is I was still going for likeness, but I allowed myself to have a little more freedom in playing up her expression and her personality. It's cool to see your art around town. Every time we pass by here, I'm like, it's Kamiko's art. What is it like being an artist here? Well, I grew up in Rhode Island, and since we have Rhode Island School of Design here, it was always normal for the arts to be a career path. So I feel like my art has always been nurtured just living in this state. And I feel like when we were younger, there wasn't really a lot of art around town. Do you know why and when that started happening? So we're seeing a mix of private organizations who are organizing these, and there's also been an increase in public funding through the state and through cities. And for a couple years, I was actually able to really level up my practice as a muralist because there was that influx of opportunity. What makes Providence's art scene different from other places that you've lived before? Providence has a very DIY vibe, a very socially conscious vibe to it. But I would just say that Providence is a little bit gritty, very empathetic, very pro-social justice. So you recommended us to come see this piece specifically. Like, what do you like about this one? Yeah, Lauren Y.S., she's just a phenomenal painter. I like representational artwork. I also like kind of more edgy things. So she really fits the style that I like, and it's something that you don't always see getting supported in the public realm.
It's a chilly one tonight. Let's go get some dinner. Providence is a small city, but you'd never know it from the food. James Beard winners, New England farm-to-table roots, and a whole wave of Johnson & Wales culinary grads have made and are still making their mark. Tonight, we're at Gift Horse and Oberlin, sister restaurants serving up fresh and elegant dishes.
Gift Horse is a raw bar, primarily. highlighting all Rhode Island oysters. Oberlin is a bit more Italian style, focuses on still a lot of like local seafood, local ingredients. We bake all of our own breads in-house. We make all of our own pastas. So it's a really intricate menu. I feel like there's a lot of effort put into everything that we make.
What do you think makes Providence's food scene special?
I think we have a proximity to really amazing farms and seafood, and people can really kind of get influence from all over the place, but it stays very local.
We got 15 oysters to start. It's happy hour, so why not? They're $2 each. And the special thing about these is that they are all from different parts of Rhode Island, so they're very local. And don't mind if I do. Cheers. They're so fresh, meaty, a little sweet, and of course they taste like the sea. The little bit of lemon on top, that acidity is perfect. 10 out of 10, like, fully recommend. We got one more dish from the raw bar. It is scallops with house-made sesame milk, sesame oil, and shio kombu. So it's like a fried seaweed. That is just the freaking best. The scallops are so sweet. The sesame flavor is just so delicious, and the kombu adds a little crunch. This is a revelation right here. And just like that, a short commute away, we are now at Oberlin, and it is another very beautiful space. I'm just really excited to try everything. Here we have squash with stracciatella, like a delicate little appetizer. No, it's so good. You know, you think squash, it doesn't sound that exciting, but this one is incredible. It's warm, a little sweet, you get a little creaminess. It's delicious. What's your favorite part about the food here at Oberlin?
I think first it's the sourcing. Most everything is sourced from Rhode Island. And then the second thing I would say was how we utilize the entire product and how we're essentially an entirely scratch kitchen. There really isn't anything I can think of off the top of my head that we don't make.
So you mentioned that you worked in Barcelona and you're familiar with, Peruvian food and food around the world. How does the Providence food scene compare to the other places that you've been?
I would say the Providence food scene is really strong. I think per capita, we do a lot of really cool things. And I'm excited for more people to see and experience what Providence has to offer.
For our main course, we had to try the lasagna. It's different than most lasagnas you see. Thin and Florentine style, layered with gorgonzola, radicchio, and plum mostarda. It's cooked to order in the wood fire oven right in front of us, then finished with crumbled walnuts on top.
Oh, that is so good. The cheese is like crispy on top. And then there's gorgonzola. So you get that tanginess of like that blue cheese. Dessert has arrived. It is a Basque-style cheesecake cooked in the wood fire oven with cranberries. Something sweet to end the night. Wow. It is so creamy. And the cheese they use, there's like a special kind of gaminess to it that makes it taste really rich. There's like a lot of depth to it. Chef's kiss. We're at the RISD Museum. RISD stands for Rhode Island School of Design, and it is one of the best art universities in the entire world. It is an amazing museum. You have art from throughout the ages. There's actually a mummy here. And Providence is a really small city, but I feel like it's always punched above its weight when it comes to creativity and arts and culture. And this museum is a really good example of that. So Chris, you're the deputy director of the museum.
I am.
And can you tell me a little bit about the museum?
There's just a little bit of everything. We have ancient Egyptian, we have ancient Greek and Roman, we have European painting from the 17th and 18th and 19th centuries, we have Renaissance, medieval, but then we also have exhibitions like this one we're standing in front of. This artist in particular is a RISD alum. Her name is Liz Collins. She was a professor here as well. And she's a contemporary artist working today. She's based in Brooklyn. And we're really taking this opportunity to showcase somebody who's actively making now.
So you made this?
Oh yes, I made this.
This is the raw material.
This is the raw material.
Crazy to think that this came from this.
Yeah. Ceramics and clay itself has a long history of being functional where I go to a museum, I want to touch a painting, but I can't because it'll affect the surface of the painting. But with ceramics and clay, you could touch a bowl, it's a bowl.
Right.
And it won't get affected, it could survive for hundreds of years.
So how has your time at RISD been, and how has that, shaped or kind of evolved your journey with your craft?
It put me in a community of other artists, and seeing like other people inspired and experimenting and how they think creatively inspired me a lot. And whenever I see someone else doing something really cool, I want to do something really cool. So that's what really motivates me making my work.
It's
really cool.
Yeah.
Pretty heavy, yeah.
Yeah.
The West End, Providence's up-and-coming neighborhood. On Broadway, large, elaborate mansions line the streets, built in the 19th century by wealthy merchants and manufacturers. Their styles are rich and varied, from colonial and Greek revival to ornate Victorians. These days, it's a stomping ground for the city's young and hip, and new restaurants and bars seem to pop up every single day. But some spots remain timeless, like Julians, the funky brunch place I've been frequenting since I was a teenager.
We are at Julians. I've been coming here for years. I may or may not have skipped classes in high school to come have the brunch here. This place has always been so cool. When I was younger, it felt very aspirational to come here. And I feel like it really reflects Providence's kind of hipster spirit. But whenever I come here, I'm always like, I don't need this menu. I already know just what I want. Because I've been ordering the same thing for, 20 plus years now. We have received our food, and as you can see, they're very generous with the portion sizes. Now this is the one that I get every time I come back to Providence. It is called the Nova Scotia, and it is an egg Benedict, but it's not just any Benedict. It has really delicious Italian bread, and then some smoked salmon, poached egg, and then the hollandaise sauce here is my favorite ever. And it comes with a big side of hash. And this guy here is a little bit new. Never tried it before, but it is a chicken and a waffle, and it is massive. Like, this is not a joke. I just like put my hand here for scale. This chicken is probably like twice the size of my hand. All the food here is made from scratch. You can see them at the kitchen over there. And it's always been really high quality, really solid. And I think that's why the restaurant has stayed so popular over the years. I'll take this bite over here, a little bit of everything. That was so good. The hollandaise sauce is so rich and buttery. Can't go wrong with smoked salmon. It just tastes exactly how I remember it. Now I'm gonna dig into this guy. I don't even know where to begin here, honestly. Got a dainty little bite to start. All right, that is freaking good. Really, really crunchy fried chicken. The waffle is really soft. The maple syrup is hearty and comforting and everything you want from a brunch.
So tell me about Julians. Like, it's been around for a while. This is actually the 30th year that Julians has been open.
Oh, wow.
So it's been like a good celebration year with the expansion we're doing and stuff. It's been really exciting.
And what's the philosophy of the food here?
A lot of the recipes have been our tried and true recipes from even what I know since the late 90s, but they've definitely been a collaborative effort of the different cultures we have in the kitchen and the different types of people we have here. I think it shows in the food. There's people, including myself and you, that have been able to come here since we were teens and like still get good quality food and service and have like that comfort of being home.
And you were telling me that you're from Providence, but you moved away and then you came back.
Yeah.
So what brought you back to Providence?
It's just fun. There's great food, great culture, good people. New England's full of it, and I think Rhode Island's a great example, so.
You've heard it over and over again in this video. Providence is small, but mighty. A city that punches above its weight. But it is indeed true. Providence is just kind of cool. It's compact and easy to navigate, yet absolutely packed with culture, art, and great food. So, if Providence wasn't on your radar before, maybe it should be.
The goat and the duck.